You believe that the DOJ is tracking every single file that members of Congress are searching. Why would they be doing that?
Well, I don't believe it. I saw it with my own
saw
eyes,
it.
and I know that they are doing that. They give each member their own login, and the very second, within a half a second, millisecond of you opening the file, those files are tagged with your name and a timestamp to track what files you opened. And in the judiciary hearing yesterday, which I was not in, but I saw pictures from it, Attorney General Bondi was actually walking around with a binder that had some of those searches that members of Congress and the documents they were looking at had a list of them. Based on that member and based on that member's searches. And so we do have to ask about the separation of powers here and what's really going on. It's the files exonerate Donald Trump. We would have just said, hey, the files exonerate Donald Trump, take all of them, right? And I wish that's what we had done as a party from the very beginning. But this isn't about Donald Trump. This is about decades. We're talking about over 20 years where some prosecutors somewhere in New York, Florida, the BBIs, et cetera, had all this information more than 20 years ago. And then there's only one accomplice. There's only one person who's in jail when there were thousands of victims. And that's, to me, what is most shocking here is why do we continue to do this? And Gary, because I really want to focus on why the co-conspirator names are still being redacted. And the DOJ told us that was because the Southern District of New York provided the information to the DOJ already redacted, which I don't believe that either. And so this was a sex trafficking operation. It was global. It was worldwide. There were women that were selling girls to Jeffrey Epstein. The email, for example, that talked about the Brazilian 9-year-old, that was a typo. It was actually a 19-year-old. It was a agent at a modeling agent in Paris. That individual, she will be named in the list of people that I want to have come testify before Congress.